This storm will be seriously dangerous. Stop everything you are doing right now, because what I am about to reveal about Winter Storm Fern will absolutely blow your mind. This was not just another winter storm. This was the most devastating weather disaster since the pandemic brought America to its knees, and the numbers I am about to show you are so shocking, they will make you question everything you thought you knew about winter weather. 29 people dead, more than 1 million people without power, $115 billion in damages. And here is what will absolutely stun you. This monster carved a 2,000-mile path of destruction from the Mexico border all the way to Canada. We are talking about a storm so massive, it put 90% of America under winter weather alerts at the same time. That has never happened before in recorded history. But here is the kicker that even veteran meteorologists are calling unprecedented. The temperature contrast was so extreme, it was breaking weather computer models. I am talking about 80-degree temperature differences within a few hundred miles, creating conditions that meteorologists say have not been seen in decades. And if you think this storm is over, you are wrong. What is coming next will make Fern look like child's play. Before I show you the mind-blowing footage and reveal exactly why this storm was different from anything we have ever seen, please like the video now if you want to stay ahead of dangerous weather patterns like this. Your engagement literally helps us reach people who need this life-saving information. Let me paint you a picture of January 25, 2026. 11,400 flights canceled in a single day. That's nearly 30% of all U.S. departures. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy confirmed it was the largest cancellation day since March 30, 2020, when COVID literally grounded aviation. Reagan-Washington National Airport canceled 99% of their Sunday flights. Think about that. 99%. Chicago O'Hare, Denver International, and Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson should prepare for massive delays that lasted days. And here's what makes this even more incredible. Toronto broke an 82-year-old snowfall record. 82 years. Little Rock, Arkansas shattered a record that had stood since 1899. We are talking about 127-year-old records being obliterated. Columbus, Ohio demolished their January 25th record with nearly 12 inches, compared with the previous 4.7 inches set in 1988. Drop your exact location in the comments because I want you to see how this storm specifically affected your area and what it means for future winter patterns. But wait, there is more, and this is where the story gets even more unbelievable. AccuWeather's preliminary estimate hit between $105 billion and $115 billion in total damage and economic losses. Climate economist Adam Smith confirmed this storm will easily cost multiple billions of dollars, making it the first billion-dollar weather disaster of 2026. Here is what is absolutely fascinating about the economic destruction we are witnessing. Bank of America economists estimated Fern could shave 0.5 to 1.5 percentage points off first quarter 2026 GDP growth. UPS suspended operations at their Worldport hub in Louisville and could not deliver to over 3,000 zip codes across Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Oklahoma, and Texas. FedEx activated contingency plans at their Memphis World hub. The U.S. Postal Service suspended Priority Mail Express guarantees entirely. Nashville lost 230,000 customers without power. That is the largest outage in Nashville electric service history, exceeding even the May 2020 derecho. At the peak, 85% of Davidson County was in the dark. The Tennessee Valley Authority transmission system sustained significant damage, with 17 local power company delivery points knocked offline. Nashville Electric Chief Operating Officer described the severity, saying this will be a historic event, and people will talk about it maybe 30 years from now. If this breakdown helped you understand the true scale of this disaster, subscribe immediately and ring that notification bell. When storms like this hit, you need every single update to make informed decisions that could literally save your life. Mississippi saw what officials called the worst ice storm since 1994, with ice accumulation reaching over 1 inch in Oxford. Louisiana confirmed 3 deaths, including 2 from hypothermia in Caddo Parish, and an 86-year-old man who died from carbon monoxide poisoning after running a generator in his garage. Pennsylvania saw 3 deaths, all while shoveling or clearing snow, with victims ranging in age from 60 to 84. The human cost tells the real story of winter's dangers. A Kansas teacher was found dead, covered in snow, after leaving a bar without her coat or phone. In Texas, a 16-year-old girl in Frisco died in a sledding accident when she struck a tree while being pulled by an SUV. Arkansas lost a 17-year-old in a similar all-terrain vehicle sledding accident. In Massachusetts, a 51-year-old woman was killed by a snowplow at an MBTA commuter rail station. These are not just statistics. These are real people whose lives were cut short by conditions that meteorologists are calling once in a decade. But here is what is going to absolutely shock you about what is coming next. The cold is not over. Wind chills as low as -50 degrees Fahrenheit are expected across the eastern 2/3 of the U.S. Grand Rapids, Michigan, recorded -19 degrees, its coldest since 1994. Flint, Michigan hit -24 degrees, coming within 1 degree of its all-time record. The NOAA Climate Prediction Center warns that additional outbreaks of Arctic air are predicted to continue into at least early February. Here is the question I want you to answer in the comments. Are you prepared for these extreme temperature swings, or are you dreading what is coming this winter? Let me know your honest thoughts about potentially facing the most dangerous winter weather in decades. 24 state governors issued emergency declarations. President Trump approved federal emergency declarations for 12 states, including Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina, Maryland, Arkansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Indiana, West Virginia, South Carolina, and Virginia. The Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, Kristi Noem, coordinated the response from Washington, saying, "We are anticipating a major winter weather event expected to impact much of the United States population." FEMA activated their National Response Coordination Center and deployed incident management assistance teams to Louisiana, Texas, and Virginia. Resources staged at Camp Minden, Louisiana, included 250,000 meals, 400,000 liters of water, and 30 generators. The agency had 28 urban search and rescue teams on standby across 7 FEMA regions. But here is where this story takes a turn that will make your jaw drop. Energy Secretary Chris Wright issued emergency orders for power grids across the Mid-Atlantic, New England, and Texas to prevent blackouts. Mike Bryson of PJM warned that peak demand could potentially set a new all-time winter peak load. We are talking about electricity demand exceeding 130,000 megawatts for 7 straight days, a winter streak never before experienced in grid operator history. For major East Coast cities, Fern delivered the heaviest snowfalls in a decade. Baltimore got 11.3 inches, the heaviest since Winter Storm Jonas in January 2016. Philadelphia received 9.3 inches, also the heaviest since Jonas. Pittsburgh saw 11.2 inches, the heaviest since Snowmageddon in February 2010. Indianapolis recorded 11.1 inches, the heaviest in 12 years. The storm increased lower 48 snow cover from 25% to 56.1%, more than doubling in just days. For the first time since January 2016, all 4 cities of New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, and Boston exceeded 6 inches on the same day. Here's something that will blow your mind about the infrastructure collapse we witnessed. The aviation system effectively collapsed, with cumulative flight cancellations reaching approximately 20,000 between January 23rd and January 26th. Individual airport statistics were staggering. Charlotte Douglas led the nation on Sunday with over 1,100 cancellations. Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson saw over 1,000 weekend cancellations, the worst since 2014 snowpocalypse. What separates this from amateur weather reporting is understanding when atmospheric conditions become too complex for simple predictions. The polar vortex displacement that created Fern sent Arctic air plunging deep into North America from an unusually low latitude off the coast of Baja California. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration deployed a Gulfstream 4 SP research aircraft and hurricane hunters to investigate its structure, a rare measure typically reserved for tropical storms. Share this video immediately if you want your friends and family to understand the true scope of what we just witnessed. This kind of detailed storm analysis could help them prepare for what meteorologists are already calling the opening chapter of a historically brutal winter. Winter Storm Fern wasn't just a weather event. It was a stress test of American infrastructure that exposed critical vulnerabilities. The combination of catastrophic ice across the South, where infrastructure is less equipped for such conditions, with record-breaking snow in the north, created simultaneous crises across half the country. Over 700 reports of freezing rain accumulation or ice storm damage were received by the National Weather Service between January 23rd and January 25th. Ice was reported as far south as Corpus Christi, Texas, and near Charleston, South Carolina. Boston recorded its 9th snowiest day on record, with 16.7 inches. The key takeaway for everyone watching this is simple. Patterns like this can change in hours. Continuous monitoring from reliable sources isn't just helpful, it's essential for survival. What we witnessed with Winter Storm Fern demonstrates how quickly modern infrastructure can collapse when multiple extreme events unfold simultaneously across America. One more time, drop your exact location in the comments below and tell me what would make this the perfect winter forecast information for your specific area. I'm personally responding to help you prepare for whatever dangerous weather patterns are headed your way next. Don't miss tomorrow's critical forecast with potentially life-saving updates about the Arctic blast that is still coming.